Alright, 87's at Dover. We got a split, so there's only 15, 16 cars in here.
Strength of field is
Top of the split, 7,100, but Kale doesn't count. Keegan and Mark, 5,000. At the bottom, 1,800. I didn't qualify. I haven't done a whole lot of laps. I'm more interested to see if the stutter stays away. Late model race it did, but every time I think I have it solved, it turns out it isn't. So, we'll see. Yeah, it's small field, 90 laps, should be green all the way. Got my dad in here, right there, and that's obviously goal number 1, finish ahead of him. And then, yeah, we're the number 4. I don't know if we'll get there or not. Dover's really bad for me.
Have a good race.
It's just always, I'm always off, so can never keep the tires on it. So I'm gonna try something different and kind of drift up the track on entry and then run mid to high out of the corner so that I'm not fighting the right front on exit, kind of like what I did at Rockingham. So that's the plan. Don't know if it'll work.
1 lap to green. You're on the outside this time. Closed. Pit road is closed. Catch start 10 car. Catch start 10 car.
But this place, always tricky. It narrows up quick. Making a pass is difficult. And usually someone's bouncing it off a wall out of 4. So we'll try to avoid that. And oh, we got a blinking car up there. Just settle in here. I've done like 3 laps, 4 laps, so I figured tire saving is going to be key, so it's going to be better to be slow at the start and not know how to go fast.
Green flag, green flag.
Everyone's backing off behind us. Just take it easy here. Make sure that we don't have anyone out of control at the start. And now, try to just settle in. Try to get my line. I don't know if it's going to work. It's going to be slow. But as long as I don't put too much stress on the right front out of the corner. You know, I'm doing the drift up out of the corner, but that isn't my concern. Or in the middle of the corner, because it's not because I'm overdriving it. $15's gonna be wrecking out soon.
26.3.
Way overdriving it. Gonna hit the wall on exit. Looks like everyone's jammed up right behind my dad. 15's gonna be headed to that wall.
25.993.
I'm not quite doing the exits that I want, but it's okay. We're gonna be a long ways behind, but since this is a small field with a few people that we know, I think we can go green. So just keeping it at a certain limit will be fine. Kale's gonna come around and lap us, but he was gonna do that even if we went fast and burnt off our stuff.
26.023.
We'll Let's try the cut down on exit. Yeah, it felt a little good. Like, didn't seem like we were working the right front on exit. Kind of feels a bit like the Highline exit.
26.05.
We got Stacy behind us. Probably getting a little impatient. Hopefully they don't think that I know what I'm doing, because I am just winging it here. That was not good on the right front.
25.93.
So drift up with a cut down late, not the way to go.
.973.
Oh, my dad's working on getting wrecked. He just needs to give that spot up. He does. Not worth fighting for that spot at that moment.
.26.369.
There's Kale, 11.5 behind us. And the 15 has wrecked.
Car down low, go high. .26.274.
Okay, so kind of need some lap times out of the leader. Looks like he is, based off of how much he's just gained, about half a second quicker.
.26.146. Slow car down low.
15 is still on track. Must have missed the pits. I don't know. Oh, my dad's getting bad push on exit now.
Car outside. 26.07. Clear up top.
So, all the way around the bottom is the quick way. 15 still didn't pit. What is going on? Ten and a half seconds till we get lapped.
.008.
Now he's going to stop on track. Thankfully down on the apron, so no yellow.
.209.
But yeah, since I'm not fighting the car going up the track, I'm just letting it kind of drift up there. Now you can't go too high. Once you get out of the rubber, you lose all front. But this is my plan to be a little bit quicker later on, I hope. And bring the brake bias back. Try to get a little more rotation on entry. We're in 13th place out of 15 cars.
.163.
these two ahead, and we're about to do our best lap of the race.
25.872.
Don't want to push it too hard, but needed to speed up a little bit. But our best lap is not a good lap. I mean, we can't even see the top 10, so they are all well ahead of us, and it's going to take a whole lot of fall off for them to get back to us. Nine seconds.
25.909.
So I feel like we've kind of evened out things. Except for when I do a terrible corner like that. God, I do see 10th place now. I started to turn down, then tried to stay up high, and then the nose just did not go where I wanted it. Eight and a half seconds now. So he's got to be doing 25 sixes.
.098.
Rotation, kind of need that. Just need to be extremely careful on the exits.
25.948. .6.
Starting to come back.
25.964.
But will I do my typical thing of pushing it too hard while I'm catching people and then fall off worse than them later on?
.156.
Wait on throttle there. It was going to get a bad push if I gave it any. Kind of gotten out of rhythm. Track temp 71, so we've got a whole lot of nothing. It did cloud up a bit there, but the sun angle's so low that we're not going to get a lot of surface heating. 4.8 to 8th place, who has dropped back to 10th, so starting to see some fall off, I think. I would like to get ahead of these guys, but they haven't quite fallen off. So I'm just going to be patient. Eight seconds to Kale. That has definitely calmed down a bit. We don't have to worry about fuel. So it's just tire save, 5 seconds to 10th, so they're pulling back. Third of the way done in a couple of laps, so still a long ways to go if this thing's going green.
26.434.
taking a little breather here. At least I hope I am, and not just falling off.
.516.
Bad push there. Alright. There's a gap now between Mark and CW, so try to get into that gap.
26.137.
Pinch that exit off too much. Only a 1/10.5 off of my fastest lap. That's a bit ridiculous. We did not push the tires at all at the start. 4.5 to 10th place. Mark's in the wall a bit there. Very easy to do with the way the wall bows out. Whoop. Okay. Tried to get it all there and snapped it on exit. That's going to cost us a bit of time. Mark's lost the right front though.
Car outside. Still there. Clear.
Lets us go. Allows us to drift up on exit.
26.384.
Alright, let's put in a couple of laps here and just see what we've got.
.193.
Okay. Still 10.5.
.048.
But 10 car doing about as well. We're both catching 8th, 9th, and 10th. Bad, too low. Started scrubbing right fronts again.
26.2.
I just got to do the cut down line. Seems to be the only thing that makes me feel halfway decent on that right front off the corner. Back the brakes up even more. Just get a little more rotation. I'm probably behind on getting that right rear rotated more.
191.
Almost to halfway.
.117.
Just saw 7th place, I believe, so still catching. Just gotta play it safe. Still over half the race to go, and can't overdrive it because my dad is not very far behind and he is going slower. So if his tires end up being better at the end and I'm falling off this far back, that's not good. And it looks like the 10 car's just got us beat. He's just motoring along fine. Let's see what Kale's at now. 6 seconds. Perfect time to do that in the middle of the corner, so I screw up my exit. Alright, let's see how these guys are going to race. Is the car that caught him from 5 seconds back going to get let by, or is he going to have to fight around for it? He's getting let by. Okay. It's going to be tough to get a top 10, I think. Or a top 8, I guess. We're going to need a lot of fall off out of a few of the people ahead.
26.301.
Back in the 26.3s. I don't know if we do have any speed. We'll see what kind of pass happens up here. Looks like he's letting them go as well. Okay, so that makes me feel better about getting to those guys. We've seen how they're going to race. Let's get a little bit of speed while we are in clean air. Clean track. Air doesn't mean too much with these.
26.068.
Tossing it in, but kind of getting it on the right rear. Only problem is they are not separated by much, but I think the 16 will still pull up once we get there. Working the right rear a bit. We're just gonna have to wait a moment. But we got the run. He should let us go. He does. Thank you.
0.093 clear.
We got a lot of cars ahead. Starting to see more and more. I just balance this with little spurts of speed when we need it. Hopefully that will work out. Starting to get really good rotation on entry. Lacking a little bit when I stay too low on exit. Let's see if the cut down does any. No, we don't have enough in the right front now for the cut down. Not at that entry speed.
26.255.
That worries me. I've lost the right front. What have I done? Just back it down, try to get some heat out of the right front. Still got a lot of people backing up to us to the point where now I'm thinking maybe a top 5 is possible. But that is Mark back there, or up there, I think. No, it might be the Valvoline car. They both kind of look the same. But they are definitely backing up a bunch.
6.372.
Hopefully we don't have right front blow out or anything like that. I don't know how much I don't know if it's just saving or if it's saving because you're going to run out of rubber. So, but while I see them backing up to us,
26.452.
I'm going to just kind of ease things off so that we can get some turn back in it. Kale, 5.2 behind. He's just lapped my dad. Too much turn in the center and got to the apron. Yeah, 10 cars just kicking our butt. He's been able to just maintain that pace. When I pushed it really hard, we were catching him, but I think that pushing really hard screwed me a bit. The 8 not falling off.
6.344.
I gotta stop going so low on exit or back up things just a bit when I do. Alright, looks like 8's just fighting a little bit of a push. This is only to get into the top 10. That is pretty crazy. Front of the field, much stronger than I thought it was. Low. Back out of it, otherwise I was going to eat the wall.
26.398.
Yeah, I think I've done my typical Dover save and overdrive all at the same time. But we got a bit of exit speed there. He is not going to let us go, but overdrive the corner.
Stay low. There is a car on the high
Then he
side.
backs off so that we're not too wide on exit. Okay.
26.311. You're in the top 10.
Well, finally to the top 10. $28 to go.
.473. 26.362.
And we turn in too much. Alright, I think it's time for the last lap now so that I can figure out what's actually doing the speed a little easier.
26.465. .314.
3.9 to Kale. We may not get lapped, but looking like it's going to be very difficult to get any more spots.
26.279.
Again.
26.265.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to hit the hard fall off. And I'm having to drive too hard to even catch anyone, so
26.22.
maybe a 9th place finish, unless we get really lucky with people making mistakes, or I find a fast line. Well, it just did a 26.1 with a little bit of a diamond line, some heavy throttle to rotate on exit. Overdrove entry. Had to get on the brakes too hard. Luckily, still okay.
26.132.
We're barely gaining on anyone, so none of this paid off. And I'm just probably not fast enough anyways.
26.149.
We got some grip off the corner.
26.103. Car outside. Still there.
Hit the apron on entry. That was almost bad.
Still there. Clear up top.
That screwed me all up through that whole corner.
.41.
And we're just going to drive the hell out of it now. We're not going to get a good finish, most likely. Let's drive the hell out of it and see if I can even find anything.
26.213.
0.2 is not going to be the way. We got to get into the zeros. I'm not sure we can get back there. I'm starting to lose that turn again.
26.266.
We're just so far behind that it's going to be impossible to make up a lot of ground.
26.248.
Only way we're getting that is if someone really roasts their tires, but I think everyone has gone save mode or are smart enough to not overdrive it. And I'm starting to overdrive it, trying to get more out of it. Yeah, losing the exits now.
26.383.
Do a little brake kick on entry. Pack this thing down. Get on the gas hard. See if we rotate it. Two seconds. Only 12 laps.
26.28.
Staying at 2 seconds. Yeah, we just got nothing. Not fast enough and didn't save enough. And just overall lost way too much at the beginning of the race. And that was almost too much to overcome. At least we can see a top 5, but he ain't getting there. We're barely catching the guys ahead of us, so they're all just running .3s and .4s, it looks like. The fall off just did not continue, or they didn't fight through it.
26.374.
But 10 cars still moving forward. It's just right front's gone. I can't get off the corner like I was. We did bad things to it, trying to catch up multiple times, and I didn't just stick with the plan.
26.48.
Try to really overdrive center and rotate and stay on the right rear.
26.198.
Oh, that was a 1. Late charge for 8th. Or late charge into the wall.
26.129.
That's going to be into the wall. Five to go.
26.192.
No getting let by here. Especially if I lose all rear grip trying to get on it. I believe this guy slides up quite a bit in the corner. Oh, he just He gave up there, gave it to us. Didn't need to. He could have held us off. Pinch us down there. Somehow we're barely going to make it on fuel as well. So I'm going slow and wasting fuel. We shouldn't be that close, I don't think. But I think that's the last one. CW has been way too good.
26.426.
Oh shit, where am I going there?
You've got 2 laps to go.
I don't know why I'm even trying hard.
0.292.
There's no possibility of us catching him with 2 laps. 1.5.
Low car up high.
Oh,
Low
and they're
car up
wrecking.
high. Go low. You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
Well, I guess we are getting a top 5.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. You're in 5th.
That sucks. Do not deserve that at all. Like, absolutely do not deserve a top 5 there. But luckily I've seen about every single wreck, and yeah,
Checkered flag,
I've got the
checkered
force, and I can see where cars are going most of the time.
Great job. You did really well.
And big banking, they were all kind of done wrecking. Kind of felt like that top was going to open up. So lucky that we were getting our asses kicked. That is not a top 5 run. 70-64. I just can't drive. I was just overheating it. I wasn't wearing it. I was just overheating it. But we did not use those tires at all. Let's take a look. Caution free, but a couple of wrecks. We knew the 15 was going to. He was overdriving the hell out of it, and that wall hit on exit was coming. We got Kale lapping my dad. My dad's got 3 monitors and still can't get to the wall. He should have just backed out on exit. Too wide on exit at Dover is just not good. Nothing there. Little cut down there. Where are we at? 89. These guys are fighting hard. And then he just tossed it in and wrecked them both. He overdrives it, gets sideways, up into the 11. Then 9 a lap down, has nowhere to go, and 10 finds a hole at first, but the 11's rolling down. And we just go around the top. 13 gets involved in it. Just unfortunate. We did not deserve that finish at all, but here we are. So let's take a look at results. 14 iRating, 19 safety rating. Do we have the slowest fast lap? 25.8. They were doing 24.5s. 25.8. 25.8 out of my dad, but we were slower than him. 25.826. 25.9. Stacy beats us on slowest fast lap. Very lucky on that. That finish Should have been 9th or 8th or whatever we were in. So, extremely lucky. Hopefully it was interesting. Thanks for watching.